as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
Now nobody say anything until she tells us.
Ah,
Aw, dang.
Oh, we can't sing that. That's
Oh, yeah.
copyright.
Well, no, as long as we sing less than 15 seconds of it.
All right, start over. Never mind.
So anyway, this is Yang Talk, and I'm in the middle, so I'm in charge.
That's how that works.
It's Yang in the middle.
Brian, you should talk about what's next.
Shop news. Hey, Brendan, what's going on in the shop?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Yang Talk. Stuff going on this week at your local The End Games. We started our...
Hey, what's that website?
Oh, theendgames.co.
Oh, no.
Because...
Wait, I have a thing for this.
This is where it all comes
Oh,
apart.
God.
Because...
This is what's been breaking the soundboard the whole time. Whatever's happening behind here.
Like this?
Like this way?
Nope, you were right.
Oh, over
Where
here?
Tom is.
Oh,
There
gotcha.
you go.
Because
I'm
we're
helping.
too cool for the M.
I went to the Vanna White
The
Community
Endgames.co.
College for gaming, so...
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
A very fortunate wheel of circumstances.
Square of circumstances.
Square of circumstances. So yeah, we started our Dual Commander League this week.
Woo.
I won my first match. It's been
So you
going
won
well.
the league then?
Yes, I am the league winner. We don't have to worry about it ever again. But yeah, it's a weekly thing. Opponents kind of meet up on their own time because sometimes schedule gets tough and it's a cool community format. So they come meet at the top whenever they play, and then they record their matches. So,
And what do they get if they win?
they get oodles of store credit
And
and Eternal Glory
and
and a high five.
and
What do they get, Tom?
the belt.
Oh yes, we have a Dual Commander Championship belt that they have the privilege of wearing whenever they're in the store if they wish.
Yep.
Only the belt. That's all you can wear.
Oh, yeah.
No shirt, no shoes, no belt, no service.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe that's the same rules as the WWE.
There's no fixing whatever's happening with our soundboard. We've tried.
Is it still down?
Am I not on the thing anymore?
I think you'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We can crank the volume.
No, I did not click the mute button. Thank you very much.
Is it on?
Can you hear me now?
Well, this may or may not be a listenable episode, but we're going to do it anyway.
The second lost episode?
Yes.
Forbidden.
The forbidden episode.
More forbiddener.
Yes, more forbids. So yeah, I think that's all I have for top news. Because it's kind of a show week this week. We're kind of in between major releases for every card game and RPG thing because we have new stuff coming out in September for pretty much everything.
Yep.
Like new D&D and new Magic. So yeah, that's kind of all my updates store-wise.
Yeah, we're in the doldrums of the summer, kind of.
Yep. School will be starting soon.
Yes.
Cool. Life updates. Tom, what's new?
I built a new dual commander deck.
Are you in the league?
No, but I will be for next one.
Nice.
Yeah, I made a Sultan, Glarb.
Blarb is a frog?
Yes, he's a frog noble, actually.
The king of the frogs.
Is he? He doesn't have king in his title.
I think
He's
king
the
frog
augur of
sport.
calamity.
Is he like the brother of the next in line or something like that?
No, I think in the story he's actually the king.
No, he has to give a speech, but he's not very good at it.
Oh.
Rap, rap,
Wait,
rap.
hold on.
He stutters a lot for a
Ribbit.
frog.
Hold on, I just picked up a little tab with it. What are your life updates? Life updates.
I'm still watching.
No, go right
Tom?
ahead. I was
Yeah.
done.
ER, starring George Clooney and the rest of everybody you've ever seen in a movie that eventually makes a cameo
Ooh,
in that show.
CCH Pounder?
Oh, for sure.
You do. She's one of those actresses where, like, if I showed you a picture of her, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that lady."
Oh yeah.
I'm actually
She's,
pretty sure she is in it.
She's in the. She's in Law and Order. She's like one of the police chiefs in one of the seasons of Law and Order, which I'm sure you have an eidetic recall of memory of.
I did write a script for a Law and Order episode.
Was it about magic? Because if so, I will produce it.
Kind of. Well, magic and like it was about mermaids.
I'm back out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I told you she's in everything.
She is certainly like the head of surgery.
Yeah, she's in everything.
Okay, I do know her.
She's in that. I believe she's in that new Chicago Med show. Look, you can't have a procedural drama without CCH Pounder.
That's how you get going.
I mentioned it last time, but in one of the episodes, they shoot a grenade launcher off in the emergency room, and she goes out the front doors and blows up an ambulance. It's definitely a jumping the shark kind of moment
Well, yeah,
at
what
like
is
the
this,
end of
Iraq
the season.
2006?
It was
Like-
so cheesy, and I was like, they rally back from that, but it's like
Oh,
I can't believe they did this.
This is a good idea for television.
Yeah.
Did John McClane like burst in that?
We have 24 hours to solve the grenade launcher.
They have to save some dude who was selling firearms at a convention, and him and his wife like have to bring in all the guns. You got to secure the firearms, honey. Bring them in, and they like leave them behind the front desk. And then she's trying to sell one to one of the guys who works there, and he's like,
At the
He's-
hospital?
"Yeah,
I
it's
don't think
ridiculous."
You can buy a grenade
Oh
launcher.
my gosh. You
Well,
certainly should buy
no.
one at a
Trust me, they talk about it like this isn't legal. It's like, don't worry, it's disarmed, and you have to buy a kit to make it work the right way. And then he shoots it, and she's like, I guess he must have installed the kit on it already.
That's not
It's
illegal.
pretty
It's
stupid.
wellness.
I was groaning as it happened.
Oh man, thank God we're not a politics
I
podcast.
also started playing Minecraft again, building a little castle out in the
Oh,
woods.
what is Minecraft?
So
Could you relate that to me in the form of Magic the Gathering, like memes?
no, not at all.
And they're like mana.
Yep, that's me. That's my life. Minecraft and ER. It's 2010 and 1995 in my house.
You really need to get a Minecraft mod so that you can make the ER set in it.
I'm just gonna do that with cinder blocks, no mods. We're going hard mode.
Yeah.
Your ER server.
Yeah, you have to role play as
It's
one of the
ER
characters.
roleplay server.
Well, that's like they had the like on Twitch the AI like Simpsons and Seinfeld like episodes.
Oh, I love
where you
those.
could just like tune in and like AI written episodes.
And then
I'm
they
sure
got
could do that for ER at
Terrible
this point,
fast.
but I'm sure.
Really bad.
Sarah, how's that Jeep going?
Jeep life.
Just to distract you from this soundboard. I don't think it gets any better.
The soundboard and I are not getting along today, no. The Jeep is... So the power steering pump broke.
You don't need that.
No, not at all. And but it broke in a way that the entire timing belt shot off, wrapped around the radiator fan, and tore a hole in the radiator that we just got replaced in March. So new radiator, new power steering pump, new antifreeze, and it's back in the shop right now because they did not bleed the lines. So it was a little bit of an arms workout the last couple of days driving it around.
A cluster of
Yeah.
something.
So yeah, which point is it a new car?
It
Theseus's
is
Jeep.
almost 30 years old, and it's showing its age.
Yeah, because I believe all that's left is the body, right?
The body is fine,
Yeah, that's the only original piece.
except for
That
the
gap you have
hood.
in your door.
There's no gap. It just wasn't shut because I'm lazy and I didn't shut it all the
and
way.
because a Jeep isn't worth stealing.
And there's nothing in there worth stealing. Yes, it is a
Do you
96.
have any bad things to say about her Jeep, Bren?
I got nothing. Fine.
It's got like a modern art masterpiece welded on top too.
It's not welded. It's screwed.
Oh,
And
good. You
it's-
put holes in your roof.
No, it's in
It's
the
got
thing.
2x4s. There's wood up there.
It's got some.
I like our new podcast is just roast Sarah for an hour.
I bet that was expensive. Idiot.
Driving around with 2x4s.
It's not 2x4s. It is two random pieces of metal that
They look like you just took apart one of our racks and welded it to the top of your vehicle.
it's not welded in. It's screwed. I can literally take it off. It's been
Prove
there
it.
since we.
I'll wait. Prove it.
Well, I don't have the Jeep here
Oh,
today.
weird.
It's not here.
Oh,
It's at the
weird.
shop.
As
Makes
usual.
It easier to carry around the Jeep
Yeah,
that
it's
way.
got a convenient handle.
We used to tie kayaks to the top, but our friend who had the kayaks moved out west to be like a outdoorsy person. Big surprise.
Kayak instructor.
No, he's a ski instructor and he rides his bike. Like he rode his bike around South America and
Oh, like
the
Che.
U.S. and
Like Che.
sure,
This is
yes.
a Motorcycle Diaries joke for the one listener out there. Who will
Mr.
know.
Guevara himself.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what? Get some culture, guys. Put it on the list. We're getting there.
Isn't that a show?
What? The Motorcycle Diaries?
Yeah,
It's a movie.
We will
Yep.
watch it someplace.
About
It's
Che.
supposedly
Every movie.
Che Guevara.
Couple revolutionaries
Do
riding
you
around
know
on a
what? Oh, no,
scooter.
Che, John, who lives down the street.
Tom
Of course
thinks
Che
he's
Guevara.
funny.
Why else would you watch this movie?
I mean, do we want to watch it though?
Yeah.
We'll
I mean,
put
at
it
some
to a
point, we're going to
vote.
get around to the HBO.
Don't worry, we got a couple
two-part-
weeks till we got to get back to Tom's
Yeah,
pick.
the
We'll
HBO
put it to a vote on
two-part,
Tom.
5-hour biopic about Che, starring Benicio del Toro as Che.
So,
Speaking of picks,
show update. Tom isn't allowed to pick movies anymore.
Oh,
He's been cut off.
we're all going to learn a little bit about Cuba.
No. We just did the
by the end of it, we will all say "Somos Cubanos,"
What did we just watch?
The Good Shepherd.
Yeah,
I can't
that-
even
we
remember
already-
the movie I picked.
It didn't make a large impact on my life.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, next time I'll pick something more impactful to you specifically.
It was just a boring movie.
The Net, starring Sandra Bullock.
And if you missed
No.
that one, last episode, you can go watch it on our YouTube channel,
Oh yeah,
You
where
too.
can you
Listen to us
find-
talk.
The Endgames VA, I believe. Just put the cat picture up instead.
What? The cat picture?
My life update.
Yeah. It's like right over your head now.
Umbrella Academy.
Ooh, aren't they getting a
show.
last season for that soon?
It just came out.
Oh.
That's what I just finished.
I
It's
have
only 6 episodes.
Never watched that
Who's
show.
the guy who made that?
Gerard Way.
That's right.
From My Chemical Romance.
And 9/11 fame.
Sure.
That's the reason he
Um,
made My Chemical Romance, is because he saw it, witnessed 9/11.
And yeah, I watched finished the show. Last season definitely didn't hit as hard as some of the previous seasons, but I think the show overall was really, really good. It's 4 seasons.
I thought it was 5.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye, Sarah. Yeah, so
Sarah abandoned us, and now we get to do what we want.
we can talk about
Well-
whatever we want.
So, what's your favorite card in your dual commander deck?
Oh, my favorite. It's a card
Counterbalance.
called,
Counterbalance. I don't like to have fun.
for me, it's called Stifle.
I hate you. I hate you so
The way
much.
Sarah
Ryan.
stifles our
He-
conversation about Magic the
He
Gathering?
stifled me on a one-land hand recently.
It's great.
That's a pretty good one.
It's
Yeah, I blew me right
Fetch,
out.
stifle, scoop.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, gosh. Is there someone guest appearing?
What is happening here?
Oh, God.
First
I don't know what
guest.
that means.
We didn't even ask him anything.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
But now he's got to watch it to see himself.
Yeah.
Bye, Tyler.
And you're supposed to have the softball questions. You're the guy people like in the interview. I'm a bad cop.
Excuse me,
Brian
did I
is medium
hear
cop.
dual
Medium.
commander conversation as I got
You
up
sure
and
did.
walked
I talked about-
5
Hey,
feet?
Brendan, can you tell me about that new format you're playing called two-person singleton?
Wait, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Umbrella Academy.
Oh, right.
Academy, I really like the books.
Bringing it back.
The
And
last
Gerard Way.
episode, the last season didn't have a book to go with it, so it was the first one that was kind of like
Yeah, but
completely unique to the show.
how involved was Gerard Way?
I mean, he was a producer.
Well, I know that, but like, Was-
I'm not sure, but I did like I like the show overall. It does
Would-
there's time travel, there's multiverse shenanigans, there's superpowers.
yeah, it's like a sort of a cross between like Watchmen and like X-Men.
Yes,
Okay.
that's a perfect description. It's like a Watchmen version. Of
I'm not doing that just to make fun. It
No,
actually
like, yeah, no,
is.
like, I like that.
I watched the first season. I couldn't get into it.
I mean, I've never seen it. I'm just telling you what I know. Lauren watches it. Hi, Lauren.
Hello.
Who?
And
Just
yes,
kidding.
that was Tyler making his random cameo that he does for me in social media things.
Ah, yes, with the face.
The
Oh,
face.
That's who that was.
I thought I'd seen that guy around before.
Yeah, I knew he looked famous. I thought he was in those Ernest movies.
Well,
Oh gosh, let's not even like get into the podcast. Let's get into a group chat.
Yet.
The Ernest,
wait till we
Ernest
get
from
to
all
the-
sides.
he's gonna
Sides.
force feed us some Ernest here.
Yeah, don't put me anywhere near Jim Varney.
I don't think I'm ready for the podcast.
Ernest saves the podcast.
Oh my God, that would be the best name ever.
All
Ernest
right.
does a podcast.
We did watch the movie.
Any?
And it wasn't an Ernest movie.
Do we want to play a game before we talk about the movie?
Oh, it's game first.
Yeah,
It's
you know
up
what?
to-
Yeah, let's play a game first.
Do we want to do our newest
Yeah, exactly.
thing so if people don't tune out while we do our normal shenanigans?
Can you explain it?
Yes, we are going to pick best ofs in a snake draft format. So there's 4 of us, and we all get 4 picks. But we'll say, Brendan, pick a number between 1 and 10.
4.
Oh, weird. You go first. All right. So you're gonna pick first, and then I'll go second. Sarah will go third.
Well,
Tom,
I could scratch off most of my
Tom will
list
go
here.
fourth, and then Tom will get to pick again. Sarah will go.
Oh, yeah,
I
I-
will go.
I can't wait to
and
give
then
you
Brendan
guys
will go. Then he'll go
two-
twice, and then
2 back-to-back opportunities to roast me.
We are picking the best albums of all time to us.
Tom's suggestion: best albums.
Yes.
and
Music albums.
You,
Yes,
look-
and yeah.
looking at you at home, have to pick who won based on
Yeah, please leave in the comments
completely
of this video.
superfluous criteria.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna write this down so I make sure we keep track.
Oh,
in
Yes, so
order.
we can put it into the descriptors and
All right.
things.
Oh yeah.
Well, Brendan.
So snake
I was
draft.
Ready to go first.
Well, you shouldn't have picked such a good number.
4 is the number. first pick, I have to pick something that I think you guys will pick so that I can steal it.
Yeah, first round draft pick.
Yeah. Okay. Pick a Queen album.
No, I didn't even think
Just
of Queen.
a Queen
I
album?
forgot about Queen. News of the World.
Oh, you have a few on there.
Live albums?
Yes, live albums are fine, but not compilation albums
Okay.
Or
best ofs.
EPs.
Okay, so Queen live at Wembley has a lot of their like just most iconic songs, and Queen is one of the bands that like when you listen to them live, it's just such a different experience.
But wouldn't you argue that some of that is watching them perform?
Oh, for sure. Like if we had the Live Aid like as an album, then I would probably pick that. But live at Wembley, it's like 30 songs of just Queen goodness. I'm gonna pick live at Wembley, and has Bohemian Rhapsody, which is like the criteria for me.
It's pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen footage of the album.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Don't they do that concert in the movie?
I didn't see that movie, but
The movie they do Live Aid.
Oh, okay, it's live.
Which that like if that was an album, that's definitely one of the most iconic live performances of all time. Yeah, I mean, it's just rock to me. So I'm just picking
All right, Brian. That means you and I need to pick every David Bowie album to box him out.
I'm not worried about trying to cut people off. I'm trying to get my picks in. So an album that is influential to my life. That while they have every one of their albums a banger, this one probably underrated by most is Daft Punk's Homework, their very first album.
Yeah. Was that the one that you had to get bicycle money for?
This is the one that I actually owned. I got it from my paper route money. But it came out in 1997,
It's a great album.
and it's a little dated compared to like how they end up, but it's like the beginning of techno in America. Essentially, it's very. There's everybody knows one song in this album, whether you think so or not. Around the World.
It's also sort of almost the pinnacle of French house music.
It's the beginning of it, like taking over
Yeah.
the rest of.
But it's
the
also
world,
like the
yeah.
perfection of the French method of house music.
I have some other French house music people on here, but
Weird.
I probably will
French house music.
I'll stay away from them.
For Daft Punk, like all of that music is like so like pivotal to like me as well. It's like I can't even like think about music without thinking about Daft Punk songs on accident.
That's
like,
because you grew up in Tron.
I did grow up in Prague. That is very true. So yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah. All right, Sarah, you are up.
Oh,
We're taking notes.
you're taking notes. I think we're all taking notes.
I mean, I'm not, but cool.
Tom, trust the system.
Well, then I'm going to do one that I think Tom might have been trying to steal. MTV Unplugged from Nirvana.
Oh, you can have that. I'm not a big Nirvana head.
That's one of my favorite.
And
I think they're
prefer
just
the BBC performance better.
seriously.
Yeah.
I think that's one of their best. Nirvana was such a good live band, and that brought out a side of them because they were such a heavy, like pick a fight kind of band live, and then that was very much like a lighter side, kind of raw performance for me. And it's some of my favorite songs are from that. So
It's noted as one of their better performances. So.
yeah,
Not as good as the BBC one, but
Well, the BBC one is because that's where we first learned about Courtney Love.
Tom, your choice.
All right, well, I'm going to start with an album that I picked because it was one of the first albums that I listened to that was like outside my parents' wheelhouse of music. And that album is Thriller by Michael Jackson.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
Old
I mean, that
MJ.
album is wall-to-wall hits except for like one track.
What's the one track you don't like?
Ooh, I don't remember anymore. That's because I always skip it.
Must be that bad.
It's
Yeah.
it's in the first half.
All right, and so your next pick.
Oh yeah. So my second pick, I'm gonna pick probably my favorite rock album of all time, and that's "Songs for the Deaf" by Queens of the Stone Age, which I think is one of the few albums that I can listen to wall to wall without skipping a single track.
Song.
Yeah, can't even hear them.
I've never listened to that album, but I'm sure I've heard songs off of it. 'cause
Oh, you definitely
think
have. It's
that
got
was-
all their famous
that,
songs.
it was like their breakout.
I've
Yeah,
really
it's the
ne-
one with Dave Grohl's on the drums.
unless it's been played to me on the radio or in public, I've not gone and looked up Queens of the Stone Age on my own.
It's
Which isn't to say I dislike them. I just haven't dived into their
no one
catalog.
knows on that album.
No one, yeah,
Yeah.
they're like their biggest hits came from that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had the pleasure of seeing them perform it live. So,
Cool. Where'd you see them live?
Beale Street Music Festival
Where's that?
in Memphis.
Nice.
Yeah,
Memphis. Space.
Tennessee, not
Memphis
uh,
Space,
yeah.
yes.
Just on the moon.
She sends us to the moon real quick.
She's sending us to the
Space,
Bass Pro
Final
Pyramid.
Frontier.
Apparently, I'm being really predictable.
I just saw some of the pictures you preloaded on accident.
Oh, man. Right, I think that's
All right, Sarah. Can we go back to Cat? Because I really like that guy.
Yes, we go back
I
to
don't know
Cat.
what cat it is, so
You'll
I'm
be
excited to see
presently
later.
surprised.
Is it, like,
Oh, it's
adorable or
me
is
It is your
Yes,
turn,
it is.
Sarah.
It's very fitting for. It actually kind of matches Brian's shirt in a weird, like, color scheme way.
the cat or the album?
The cat.
No, I thought it was the album. I was like, what album is that?
That would have been really, really ironic. I'm gonna do "American Idiot" from Green Day.
Classic.
That was the album I listened to the most on my first ship when I was in the military.
Seems
So
fitting
it's-
knowing the era.
It's not the most politically correct by a long shot. There's definitely some words in there that they probably would have gotten in a lot of trouble for saying, but it was very fitting for the time frame of my life at the time, and it's just one of my favorites.
It's a
I
good
love
one.
Green Day, and it's a good, yeah.
I have a Green Day
United,
album
it's
on
good.
my list, of course, but I'm not letting that one out.
How can you?
Yeah.
Dookie.
Shh. My next pick is
Dookie.
Fleetwood Mac, Rumours.
Ah, you stole that one.
Got him!
I had that one on my list.
Everybody should have that on their list. That's
Yeah.
just why I thought
I literally was last night. I was like, oh, I need a Fleetwood Mac album.
the Fleetwood
Yeah.
Mac album.
I should have picked the other one.
That's fine.
It's you can listen to that one all the way through
Yeah.
every time, and if it just comes on, I'm like, I guess I'm just going to let this ride the
Yep.
entire.
Yeah.
Every time.
All right,
Skip button.
get two in a row now.
2 in a row. This is terrifying. Choose Madvilliany, MF Doom.
MF Doom.
Get a little British rap in here. Drill,
It's just,
if you
it's
will.
An album that definitely has like songs truncated, but it is about like the experience of just like listening to the album all the way through as it tells a story.
I mean, that man's also a prodigy. Like it's
It's
like
also
listening to
like-
Mozart's album.
and
Like,
also recently, Marvel announced that Doctor Doom was coming back.
oh,
or-
they gotta get that guy to play him.
No, but then someone made an edit that was the Marvel intro, but with MF Doom playing, and it was just like, oh man, this is supreme. Like, I need this. I need them to use for a Marvel movie. They're not, but they would be cool if they did.
I don't know if I've ever actually heard anything from this person.
MF Doom, he's legit like a prodigy, or was, I should say. I think he's dead.
Yeah, I believe he passed away.
Did you
Yeah.
say happily?
No, I believe he has.
I believe he has.
Brian has
Wow.
a beef with.
I mean,
him.
I hope he happily passed away if it had to happen.
Brian's
Brian's
got
got
Go in
mad
about
peace.
it.
He's in
Man.
the new rap schism, which is America versus England.
Next.
Yeah, no, you such a good one. Now you gotta follow this up
Right.
with another banger.
Yeah, let's pick. Gorillaz.
Oh,
It's got Feel Good Inc. It's got Dirty Harry.
so many hours of Cass and I doing work together
Yeah,
listening to
it's
that
good.
album.
It's
Pretty
fire.
good. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
It's pretty good. Plastic Beach.
Yeah, we're drafting. so
Spoilers.
stay in
Doesn't
your
mean I can't
lane.
play mind games.
Yes. Favorite Gorillaz album. I had to pick the Gorillaz album.
All right. Back to me. I'm going to pick Rage Against the Machine, self-titled.
I hate you. That's on my list too.
Of course it is.
Rage Against the Machine is my formative band. I remember
That's
the day
like I've
my
listened to
mother
all.
bought me Battle of Los Angeles.
Yep. I almost took another one of theirs, but this one is just I can listen to all of it all the way
It's
through,
so
and
good.
it's just goes real hard.
Yeah.
You be raging against machines.
I mean,
and
even, like,
it's
when-
still politically relevant
You
today.
can
So
find footage of them performing that album before they were famous, like on the UCLA campus, and it still is a banger. Like when they're unpolished, like not even good at playing instruments.
1992 it came out.
Yeah, that's one of my like Bible albums. Like I will always have stuff to talk about.
You trying to do some math at how old you were real quick?
You don't want to know how old I was.
Yep.
6, yes, because I would have been 4.
Definitely was
You were just a glimmer in Zach De La Rocca's eyes.
not even.
That was really a believable statement.
Okay, Sarah, you're up.
Dang, yeah, the self-titled album is a good one.
Kiss of Death from Motorhead.
Does that have Ace of Spades on?
That's the only Motorhead song I know.
It has Sucker and
It's the only one I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only one I know too.
But those two songs are they're very extreme opposite ends of the emotional spectrum on that. But I love them.
Did you grow up listening to Motorhead? Is that a is your family into that?
So,
Allowed to listen to the type of music when you were a child?
Allowed to
Yes.
My parents definitely had lots of opinions on my music, and they really didn't like Disturbed. That was like the one band they really fixated
I mean, it's right in the name. There's
Yeah. They might have well called it like "Mess Up Your Child."
self-titled.
But they let me get away with Motorhead, and that was one of my favorite bands and albums.
Awesome. Tom, you're up. 2 in a row.
Yeah, your last game.
All right, so I'm gonna first take a page out of Brian's book since we already talked about this subject, and I'm gonna pick the first album by Audioslave, the self-titled album.
I was
is
that's this similar
straight
vein
fire.
for me. I have it
Yeah.
on my list.
So there you go, Brian. I paid you back for that. And then the second album I'm gonna pick, we're gonna take quite a bit tone shift here and pick another of Brian's lovable albums, and that's Desperado by the Eagles.
That's
Yeah, that album
that's
is
more
also
you, I think. But the Eagles have
wall.
the Eagles are pretty gosh darn good.
Yeah. Desperado being their best album too.
What's your favorite song off of that?
Ooh, Bitter Creek is pretty great.
Give me a sample.
I'm not gonna
Maybe
bust it out.
Spoken word.
I don't know. I don't know the lyrics.
Much like our
Dueling Daltons is great.
Big Lebowski. I'm not a huge Eagles fan,
Oh,
so
this is strictly a yacht rock podcast.
yeah.
You're gonna need to chill out and unwind, relax. You need to listen to a lot more Buffett.
What was your last pick?
Speaking of Buffett, that's one of my dad's favorites. So.
Yeah, your dad sounded real cool right now. Tell him to come on the
He is really
podcast.
cool.
I was kind of hoping.
We'll talk about the International Scout.
Buffett is not one of my top picks for
Wait,
any
you didn't waste away in Margaritaville?
so many times.
Are you just looking for your cheeseburger in paradise?
I'm ignoring you now.
Don't let him get. You know he's just gonna keep going.
No, that's the only two I got.
That wasn't Warren Buffett.
Yeah, I could do Warren Buffett jokes.
For my last one, will be my absolute favorite band. B-side rarities. It's 1245 from Chevelle.
Chevelle.
Oh, you and Cass need to have a very long conversation about this. Good, yes.
About Chevelle. Chevelle, this was
He
really
even
hard
got me
for
to like them, so.
love them. It was really hard for me to pick out a favorite. I went through about 4 before I settled on 1245, but I like that one because it showcases a lot of stuff that kind of pushed aside. for
Yeah,
the
they are a
more popular
fascinating
stuff.
band.
Yeah. I listened to them a lot yesterday after I had to pick. So,
That's the best indication, right?
yeah, love that band. They've been with me through a lot, and I got down on that one.
Oh, that's good.
I tried to keep things a little like genre. Try to pick something from everything, and so I'm gonna pick the Wu-Tang Clan. Enter the Wu-Tang Clan, better known as 36 Chambers,
Chambers.
their first album as well. That's one of those ones I can just
With the
once again
1/6
put on and
Boo. Yeah, it is a great album. They're about to start a residency at the Sphere in Vegas, and I think I'm gonna go see it.
holy moly, a residency?
Yeah, I think I'm going.
In Vegas. Brian, are you going to Vegas soon?
Not sure. I might have to go to New York instead.
Are we all trying to go to Vegas?
Well,
There's a Magic Con going, but I believe.
Vegas end of October.
Did you get your tickets for that?
No. I wasn't planning on going, but if you're going,
Oh,
Yeah, you trying to go see a Wu show?
I was planning a trip, and then I was like, I will go see the football game. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs. I was like, I think the most exciting part of that will just be the football game.
right?
So I'll
yeah.
just go see the Giants play in New York City
Oh,
again.
that's-
So it's like,
that's a good
might just do that once a year.
Plus it's closer.
It's
Yeah, if
six
they're playing
6 hour
Washington, I'll go
drive.
with you.
I
I'll
can
pay a
check the
lot of money to
schedule.
watch my
You're
team
Washington
lose.
as a football team. Oh, wait,
No, we don't
they're
anymore.
Commanders
Yes,
now?
we're now the Commanders.
All right, Bren, the final pick.
It better be a heater.
Okay. It's probably one that only I know,
Oh, it's not a heater.
but it is
Rude.
I really like the combination of zany and music because I'm a very zany.
Frank Zappa. Yeah.
Oh, Captain Beefheart.
Or
Uh,
Weird Al.
I chose songs are on our store playlist. Pretty much every one of our store playlists. But kind of edges closer to like comedy, but in a way that's just like it's not made to like be laugh out loud distraction music. It's really good music with just kind of zany themes. So for example, Touchtone Telephone is about a guy who discovers that there's Nazi aliens and is trying to tell Leonard Nimoy about it. It's the story of that. Or Cabinet Man is a popular one on our playlist where a guy turns himself into an electric trumpet. So it's like really zany music.
Oh, I saw that. That's a rock opera, Tommy.
Sure.
This sound like Buckethead songs. I don't know if you listen to Buckethead.
Now I'm just picturing that episode of South Park where they're playing Guitar
he was
Hero.
a YouTuber who did Potter Puppet Pals back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
He also did the Ultimate Showdown of
Ultimate Destiny.
That was him. This is
You were just too old for that.
I think I'm over here. We're like I have
You guys
no
are just
idea.
I mean, it had Shaq in it. It had Indiana Jones. It had Bruce Lee.
One of those people is not real.
Is that
Shaq.
Magic is almost a game that is Ultimate Showdown complete.
It
What I
is
mean
now
by
that we have
that,
expanded universes.
yeah,
Yeah.
is that we're almost at a point where every character in the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny is in Magic. the
I can't
Gathering.
wait for Universes
getting
Beyond
close.
NBA. Then I can finally
I'll
play
have
Shaq.
to hear more about this.
I don't know what you're
We're
talking
gonna talk
about.
about this
Yeah.
after the podcast.
Okay.
It's a proto meme
Yeah.
Cool.
from the early days of the
I,
internet.
I'm
I
too
highly
old for
recommend
this.
Lemon Demon. You can just listen to the whole album. They're all zany. They're all good. It's good music that just happens to be zany content. Your phone's my last one. I also have like 5 honorable mentions.
I mean, we all have 5
Wait,
honorable
Is it
mentions.
spirit phone like telephone or foam like?
Phone.
Spirit foam, only $9.99. We'll
Billy
patch and
Mays.
slap it onto any hole.
Why are you drilling holes in this boat?
That's maybe my favorite album, but the reason I picked it last is because I knew you guys would.
All right, do we want all one honorable mention?
Sure, we can have an honorable mention.
Yes.
My honorable mention is Man on the Moon.
It's on my list as well. Yep.
That's a good one.
That was
Yeah.
the one that was like,
Brian,
if
you
I had
turned
to
me
pick
on to
a
that
fifth
album,
one.
actually.
Well, if we are, I mowed the lawn to that one many a times.
Yeah. It's a great album.
My honorable mention will be Tom Petty's greatest hits, the
Oh,
cassette.
Yeah, let's go.
That's it's a cheater point. That's why I was like, I
That's
remember as
why
a
we
kid.
banned
Yeah,
those.
that's why it's an honorable mention, homie. They
Yeah,
don't matter
that's
anymore.
Fine. I'll allow it as an honorable
I
mention.
really like his good stuff.
Exactly. He's got 9,000 albums,
Yeah.
and like I only like a couple off of each. And my
Yeah,
dad
but
gave
the
me a
older I
cassette
get,
tape.
The more I like
They're
Tom
all-
Petty's
yeah,
work.
his greatest hits are. It's all the bangers.
Yeah.
I had the cassette tape as a kid. My dad gave it to me, and I would just run that bad boy on the Discman, the Walkman. It wasn't a Discman yet.
Oh, Lord. Since we already mentioned Gorillaz, I'm gonna say Humans from Gorillaz. My honorable mention.
All right, I'll continue the theme. My honorable mention will be The Battle of Los Angeles by Rage Against the Machine.
Well, I was thinking Renegades of Funk.
Renegades
It's a
of Funk
pretty
is
good
also
one.
a great and underappreciated album.
Yeah, because I like hip hop and
Yeah,
Rage. Is
and
like,
the covers
pretty-
they did were actually good
yeah,
covers.
they're great.
I will trade my 6th and 7th round pick
To me,
for Rumours, if I could.
Whoa!
Nah,
Commission blocks that trade.
vetoed.
Yeah, just the moment that happens, it's like, oh.
You got to play with the songs.
Okay,
you got.
so let's recap.
Wait a minute. Did we all choose Rumors from Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's totally on you.
Rumors is
Oh my
100%.
God.
And you guys didn't think it was a round one pick, you morons.
Yeah.
I was worried about
I was
Queen.
I was hoping to sneak it in the second round. I was like, I have to
That's
get
why I-
homework because it's my favorite.
That's
but
why I went with
I got
Thriller
it.
fast because I was like, O'Brien is going to take Thriller for sure.
Not even on the list.
That's-
I don't want to listen to Michael Jackson that long. I
I
don't.
get it, but that album, every song is a hit.
At this, I don't. Yeah.
It's. I don't disagree that it's a hit, but it's not something that I'm just like, oh man, I can't wait to listen to them. This
No, but if you
whole-
put it on, you will find yourself nodding along and bopping along to it.
But I'm not gonna listen to it unless it just comes on naturally.
Or I'm at a wedding.
Like, I have zero
PYT.
Michael Jackson on my like,
Ebony and
playlist on
Ivory?
Spotify.
I'm not arguing with the quality of the songs. Just don't think I want to listen to it all the way through
I've
that
just
much.
I listened to it
I
once
acknowledge that
and-
he's like the greatest pop artist of all time. So I'm going to recap. So anybody that votes in these comments, aka Kreitzman.
Yes,
Yeah.
Christ.
Christopher
Don't,
Kreitzman.
notice how we didn't pick any Kreitzman music. Good for us.
I don't
We
know.
all took the high
Lemon
road.
Demon, I imagine he's heard of,
We all took the
Oh,
high
MF
road.
Doom is
and
Yeah,
and Gorillaz.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get the Kreitzman.
All right, so
You get the
I did
Kreitzman
this
Award?
for you.
here's Bren's picks. We got Queen live at Wembley, MF Doom Madvilliany, Gorillaz Demon Days, and then Lemon Demon Spirit Phone.
Yes.
Then I took Daft Punk's Homework, Fleetwood Mac Rumours, Rage Against the Machine self-titled, and then the Wu-Tang Clan 36 Chambers.
36 Chambers is a good pick for last lot. You really picked up on that one.
Sarah took Nirvana MTV Unplugged, not BBC recording. American Idiot Green Day, Motorhead Kiss of Death, and then Chevelle 12 Bloody Spies. Tom took Michael Jackson's Thriller, Queens of the Stone Age Songs for the Deaf, Audioslave self-titled, and the Eagles' Desperado.
Yeah.
It's all over the place with his.
Well, yeah, I tried to pick like different genres.
I got a little 70s. I got
Yeah, I
two
listen to a
90s.
lot
I
of
have three
music.
90s, but three different genres.
I can't be contained within one genre.
Now,
I didn't- we
Gaia's
didn't
in here
even talk
ruining the
about my love
podcast.
Of
Guys,
Texas
didn't even
blues.
show up. I wouldn't notice if you-
Yeah, like I have a Stevie Ray Vaughan album on here.
Like
Like,
Tyler.
I find like a lot of like garage band style. Like I sort of put a bunch of clips together.
oh, have you heard about this band called Nirvana?
Sure.
They're
I
really
meant
good.
Garage
Garage
band.
band.
The program. Where you
Oh,
like, combine like
so you just named your albums that you made?
yes.
Melotronic.
Have you guys
Spunk.
heard of?
It's by this one guy who's really good. Yeah, I'll
Cool.
put Cass and I's
I
fake
think we
bands
done
on there.
did.
I think we did the thing. You guys, was that fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
All
I
right.
like that one.
Cool.
I think I won.
Everybody say hi to
Hey.
Kaya.
You know, I think I won, but I'll give it to you. I'll take second place, a solid second.
Whoa! I
guess we'll
disagree.
know next week.
We'll see how the votes
Hard
rolling. Yeah,
disagree.
I know the polls are saying what they say, but go out and vote. All right.
Yes.
So,
Right.
Vote or die.
I know I'm a shoe-in, but you can still vote for me.
Do you want to be led by this idiot?
Quick nod
Whoa,
to
whoa,
Olivia
whoa.
there in the background. Olivia, we're waiting for your votes.
Oh, what? Is Olivia behind us?
You're my
Where?
favorite, Olivia.
Do you think she knows about the endgames.co because they're too cool for the M?
Wait.
No, no.
Everything's out of order now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, now you can go back to it.
What are we
Give
going
us
back?
spiel again.
Oh,
The endgames.co because they're too cool for the M?
Lovely.
Like right here?
amazing.
Hey,
Yes,
hey,
right
you know what
there.
else has an M in it? Magic the Gathering.
Oh, you know what else has an M in it?
movies. Nice. Don't let him get away with it.
A movie we watched this week, picked by Brian?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And have a nice follow up from the Good Shepherd, leading from Michael Gambon.
Yes.
Truly the
I think
opposite
we
end
are
of
the only two
spectrum.
that hadn't seen this before.
Yeah, I hadn't watched this.
I'd only seen it once before.
Yeah, I
and
heard
many
really
years
good
ago.
things about it.
It
and,
won
like,
Academy Awards, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 out of 12 it was nominated for.
Yeah, so like I said, the
Ooh-wee.
opposite end of the spectrum for the Good Shepherd.
It has 4 more Academy Awards than I have.
It only has
Hey, you'll get
3
there,
more than
bud.
me.
You'll
I'm
get
trying
there.
to EGOT though, so
Just keep working
I
on
have a
it.
daytime Emmy too.
But yeah, I had a delight just like following along with this movie. It's about a guy who ends up being king at the end of the movie. Oh wait, spoiler warning for
King George.
yes,
The
King
sixth.
George, the sixth, who before becoming king and I guess during his kingship has a speech impediment. So it's him trying to get over that with his wife, Helena Bonham Carter's character, and Lionel Logue, who is played by
Jeffrey Rush.
The most excellent Jeffrey Rush, who
Yeah.
it took me a long time, about an hour and a half, to actually remember his real name. I kept thinking of him as Barbosa
Yes.
and being impressed with how clean he was in this movie.
It's hard to watch it without a
Yeah,
beard.
he's not a pirate. in
Yeah,
this
the
one.
long
Yeah.
hair and the beard. I was just like, I know who this is.
But I do appreciate that he only plays ne'er-do-wells and ruffians. That's how they treat him as an Australian.
It also had Colin Firth in it and Guy Pearce.
Yeah, Colin Firth won an
He
Academy
won,
Award for it, right?
actor award for that.
He was
Wow.
excellent. It was very believable that he had like a stammer.
Michael Gambon is in it for 2 scenes about.
It's about as long as Robert De
Yes.
Niro was in The Good Shepherd.
He plays Colin Firth's or King George's father.
King George V,
King George V, yes.
who was the king during World War One.
And then Guy Pearce plays his brother, who ends up becoming.
That's
king.
Edward VIII,
Yeah, the Duke of
the most
Windsor.
romantic story of them all.
Tom knows all the history stuff.
Yes. Oh well, I mean, we picked another
Nerd.
historical movie, and this
I'm sorry, I'll see myself out.
just wheels off screen.
I would if I wasn't afraid of knocking
Shepherd's
everything
canes himself.
But you had mentioned there was stuff about so at some point in the movie, Guy Pearce becomes king, and then he ends up leaving. In the movie, it's portrayed as if this kid fell in love with the wrong person.
Miss
Is there
Wallace.
more-
Miss
Oh, do you-
Wallace
do you-
Simpson.
Wait, do we
Mrs.
actually
Wallace
want
Simpson.
history or?
Yeah, like I'm.
Okay,
curious to
so
know,
Edward
like,
VIII fell in love with
Really
this.
short.
woman from Baltimore named Wallace Simpson who
Yeah.
was twice divorced and an American and not royal, and he
Yeah.
fell in love with her, although it's very unclear how much she was in love with him. And
He a king.
abdicated the throne to marry her because the government refused to allow him even a morgantic marriage, which is a marriage of unequals.
The
over
government
this.
didn't like her, so he.
It's pretty clear nobody liked her. He
Yeah.
thought he had the support of the common people about it, but I don't think anybody really liked her. She was kind of a pain in the ass.
Yes, she's from Baltimore.
Yeah.
She,
Wow.
oh, is this
Says
Wire
everything.
season 0?
We're isolating our Baltimore audience. All right.
Hey,
Ah.
no, we love the Wire.
Hey, go birds. Wait,
Go,
other birds.
go,
Yeah, I know. Boy, you really
Go Edgar Allan Poe.
go Orioles. Cal
Oh my
Ripken.
God.
Go.
Moving on from Baltimore.
Oh, the Baltimore podcast.
Cool. Yeah, so that's I honestly going into this. Not only did I know about King George VI, like Hammer, I didn't know about King was it Edward.
Edward VIII.
Yeah, I had no idea that King Edward VIII was even a thing, let alone that like.
One of the things that they hinted at in this movie that they talk about way more in one of the seasons of The Crown, which is also about this era, is how much of a Nazi file he was. Like he like was very pro-Nazi, very loved Hitler, like, and that's part of the reason why they were like okay with him abdicating is because the government was pro, not Hitler,
Right.
and
yeah.
he was so pro-Hitler they were like, oh, we got to get him out before the war kicks off.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So,
Yeah, Edward VIII and Gerald Ford, just like this.
yep, and Henry Ford. I think that's
Henry Ford. I think-
Gerald Ford was president.
I mean,
I mean, he was with Richard Nixon. So.
And Churchill was in the movie.
Yeah, not my favorite portrayal of Churchill.
Yeah, like he was just. It was. I think he was mainly there just for us to be like, oh yeah, Winston
That's the-
Churchill's a
Yeah,
president."
that's the English guy most people know.
Right, yeah, because it is for me. It is like there's the Revolutionary War. There's Winston Churchill.
You want to know an interesting fact? Hang a minute.
Fast forward to Winston Churchill and his cigar smoking.
You
yeah.
wanna know- Interesting fact: the same King of England oversaw the American Revolution and the surrender of Napoleon.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, King George III,
Yeah.
the guy who he talks about not wanting to be because he was the Mad King.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's like growing up in rural Virginia, like that. My knowledge of British
Between the
history
years
was-
1861 and 1865, we only had history.
This has nothing to do with the movie, but
No, but
it's
I
great.
understand where he's
Thank you
coming
for this
from
history
about not
lesson.
understanding
so,
any
like,
of this.
Almost all of it was news to me, which I really appreciated.
To give frame of reference, that is former Queen Elizabeth's father.
Yes.
That's
Correct.
What this movie is about.
She was
Yes.
in the movie as a child.
She is in the movie, which I think will be a better frame of reference than the King George III history lesson we just got here.
Oh,
I just gave you
sure.
an interesting fact
No,
about him.
I liked that.
And we
too,
didn't even
like,
talk about his wife, for whom our town is
Anyway.
named after.
Moving on.
This town,
Yes.
Charlottesville,
Yes, Charlotte of Mecklenburg.
is
No,
In this
no,
movie?
no. We're going.
No,
we're
because
going.
this is about King George. You know what? No, I'm done now.
There's too many threads. You'll
There's
just
too many
keep pulling.
King Georges.
sorry, I don't know. Yeah.
And that leads into this. Into this is like it's like clicking through a Wikipedia article, but it's Tom's brain just.
Did you guys ever play?
You're very good at it,
game
yes.
Where you try to like
The Wicker Man game?
where you have a starting point and you try to get to an ending point by clicking random hyperlinks.
Yes,
on
we
the
made
page?
that a podcast about movies.
Oh, and here we are. Can't we tell?
Tom never stopped playing.
You can hear him to this day. Click of the web.
What was your favorite part about this movie?
Lionel. I just love his interactions with the king. I love his interactions with his family. I thought he was a very just like relatable character and a fun person to just like spend time with. Like I didn't leave the movie wanting to spend less time with any of the characters, which is really cool.
That's a high mark for a King of England.
Yeah.
Those guys are not likable.
Do we like Helena Bonham Carter in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was weird because I'm such a crown head, and she also plays a role in The Crown that was in this movie. So it was a little weird. She
She was
plays both the
fine.
mother and the daughter in different shows.
But solely on this movie, I think she never pulled me out. She was not
No,
supposed
yeah,
to be the
she's
star of
fine.
it, but she's. You know, I don't know anything about her as in real life, how her persona was, but
Tim
she's
Burton.
very. I meant the character that she was playing. She was very supportive of her husband. You know,
Yeah.
She did the duties of the office, which is being maybe an heir to the throne's wife.
Yeah, I mean, especially nice of her at how nice she was about it, given that she married him under the assumption that he wasn't going to be king.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they mentioned that during the movie.
Yeah.
because, I went into this marriage not expecting like bigger responsibility, and then that kind of just gets like thrust upon them. for sure. And even like King George the Sixth,
Birdie.
Birdie, yes.
Yes.
Even Birdie was like at multiple points in the movie, he's like, I don't even want to be king. Like the reason I just want to fix my cameras so I don't embarrass myself or my family. So it was like for him, it was like, oh gosh, now I have to be king. Now, no,
Yeah.
I think I don't actually.
He was
know.
an alright king.
Well, it was a fun movie. It's 2 hours long.
Yeah.
I think the pacing was great. You're never really bored of anything.
No,
And
didn't
for a movie
overstay
that
the
involves no action, it's just walking places and talking. They have the set design's great. Like it's kind of they make it feel old, pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of old. They shot in a bunch of weird locations that weren't the actual like the chapel where they do the coronation. That's not the
Westminster Abbey.
Yeah, it's not Westminster Abbey. It's a different place.
Oh, okay.
All the like the interior shots at like some old building that they just kind of used a couple hallways and.
I mean, it looks like Westminster though for a coronation. So
Yeah,
they
that's
did a
why they
great job
used
with
it, but it's like a little bigger for like the sound design as well. They wanted it to echo a certain way. And
yeah, and Westminster is terrible. For
they
sound
took over one
acoustics.
of the streets in London and like painted up the buildings in old like 1930s.
Yeah, that's
like-
the Bovril ad.
Ads and propaganda and stuff. And then the scene where there's all the fog.
Yeah.
I was reading about this. Where they're driving, they have to have the guy leading in front of the car.
Mhm.
So they apparently, when they filmed that scene, they had to use so many smoke machines that was like setting off fire alarms everywhere on that street.
Oh,
Like,
God.
it's just like nobody could see. Like, that's a little much, but all right. I did
Stephen
like the
King wrote this book.
I liked the juxtaposition of there was car technology and horses still on the same roads. Like
Mhm.
it really puts you in the time period. And then they have a guy walking a car forward,
good
like
job
so they
on
don't
the-
bump into stuff.
So just be like the morning, like, hey, don't walk here because you have to get run over by a horse.
You mean an automobile?
Or a car, yeah. Yeah, and I loved the speech exercises and things. I grew up with speech impediments, so it was nice to see like maybe antiquated practices of like trying to get over it, but it was also like the personal, like a lot of the confidence things that we still use today when dealing with speech impediments. Is like being confident in your speech is something that Lionel ends up talking a lot about with 30. Is like just getting him more comfortable with speaking. That's the purpose of a lot of that. Which is really good.
So you might say that this is your king's speech.
This is my king's speech. The fact that the movie starts with the speech, I thought it was going to be like a flashback, and we're going to see, oh, the speech is going to go really well, and the speech goes horribly wrong.
Noted in history, the only important thing that history notes from the Wembley exhibition is how bad he gave that speech.
Yeah, it was not knowing that ahead of time was nice for me because it was like he goes in and is like, oh man, we get to see like the results of the work, and then we're gonna like go back and see like how it affected, like how he got to here. It was like no, he just crashes. And
Just
burns.
bombs. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was like, oh okay, we are on this journey with him as he's like going through all this.
One thing I appreciated too was the speech at the end. It's not like, oh, it's just he's cured. He never stutters again. He never struggles again. Like they make a point of being, Jeffrey Rush's character is like, well, you should hesitate. This is a serious thing,
Mhm.
so use that, play into that, and it shows. As he's doing the speech and everyone's listening to him, you can hear it because now you recognize that those are his speech patterns and his like struggling to get through it anyway, which I appreciated it not just being like, you're cured, you can do everything perfectly now, because it would be very dehumanizing, I think, to the
Yeah.
story if it had done that. So we liked it.
It's great.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
pretty good.
that was really good.
Okay.
Good pick, Brian.
Good job, Brian.
Good pick, Brian.
Yeah, it was good. Deserved all of its awards.
Won a bunch of BAFTAs,
All of
which is like the British Oscars, as
British
far as I
Oscar?
understand.
Yes.
I believe that's called an Oscar Wilde.
I don't know. Anyway.
What
The
did you?
silence
how-
was terrifying.
we're doing a 50-50.
Oh, yeah.
Your turn to
Yes.
pick.
So I warned them ahead of time that I've picked two movies. We've done a lot of, I think, serious and good movies.
Oh, Pauly Shore.
That
Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura.
I have
Somehow.
Biodo. Biodo.
50-50, where we could do what I believe will be a great movie that I've never seen, but I know a lot of you
Encino
have.
Man.
Or a movie I almost know will be a bad movie, but we'll have fun watching as well.
Are we
Uh,
doing a coin flip or are you letting us choose?
I was going to let you guys.
Are you the tiebreaker?
I,
Because there's three of us. I guess there can't. Well, I guess there
no, I don't
cannot
need
be.
to
I mean,
I mean, you.
It's
we'll
always
cross
gonna be
that
two.
bridge when we get
Yeah.
there. We might all vote for the same
So,
one.
I mean,
Ryan-
you want to vote for the good movie that you've never seen.
I have never seen either.
Okay.
So it's one of those like I keep using
Cool.
this podcast as an excuse to watch movies that I haven't seen. That
Samesies.
you guys will be like, whoa, you haven't seen that? So there's definitely that movie. Or there's a movie that I don't know if a lot of us have seen that I also think will be bad but a fun watch.
All right.
So what do you guys think?
Let's do it. I'm down with
No,
that.
he's not going to tell us which
Are
is.
we're
We have to
Oh.
pick based on
choose-
this.
So give us.
I need to
the-
know. I want to know if I've seen it or not, and if
Well,
I
you
would-
can at least give us the actors.
Okay.
yeah, who did you use to jump into
Yeah.
these movies?
Sure.
'Cause that's
It's
going to
two
inform my
different
choice a
actors.
lot.
What's his name is Derek Jacobi. He plays the Archbishop in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's the jumping off point for the good movie.
I've seen him in things before.
Jeffrey Rush
Same.
is the jumping off point for the bad movie.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's not Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean 2.
It's
Oh, I
not
see.
any of the Pirates
You
of
want
the
us to
Caribbean.
pick based on the actor?
Just the blind picking
Yes.
off the actor.
Well, if I tell you what movies there are, then
I don't want to hear the
someone's
movies.
going to be disappointed that I didn't.
I'm going to
I'm
pick
gonna-
the good
I'm gonna watch
movie.
whatever movie it is, whatever. I will not be disappointed unless
Yeah.
it's from Tom.
I'm gonna vote for.
Whoa,
the
I
Rush
heard
movie.
that.
Jeffrey Rush is mine.
Okay, that's the
You just bought
50-50.
yourself 12 more hours of the Holocaust.
So what did
He picked the good one.
you pick? Jeffrey Rush,
Sarah
and you
picked the bad
No,
you
I
haven't
picked the one
voted
with the
yet.
other guy.
I haven't voted yet. I'm okay with either of these, and they're both.
How
available
long?
on
How long are
Netflix.
each movies?
One, the good movie I believe is a lot longer than the maybe bad one.
Like
Let's call it the good movie and the fun movie.
The ugly
Good
movie?
movie and a fun movie. Yeah. I did not look up the runtimes, but I'm pretty sure this movie is fairly long based on the soundtrack that I have listened to.
Last of the Mohicans.
And this one I believe is
Jeffrey Rush fun movie. I'll do Jeffrey Rush.
Okay.
I really want to pick. I want to know what the other movie is,
so-
but
Jeffrey Rush was when I was a kid. They did a remake of Clash of the Titans, and it got so popular that they not only did a sequel, but they did a spin-off.
Oh my god, yes.
so
this
the
is
You did
amazing.
this to us.
Is Gods of Egypt.
Yes.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
never even
Alright.
heard of this.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be
It
in
is
for a
a-
time.
So you've seen it and you've seen it.
I saw it on a plane.
Gods of Egypt. Okay.
It is a
So we're in the same
CGI
boat.
mess
Who's,
of a
Alright.
movie.
There are some other really famous
so-
people.
I changed my vote.
Oh my god, what's his name? The serious guy for Batman is in it.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
There's a
I
lot of
think.
hunky dudes in it. I remember
I'm
that.
pretty sure he's in
Yeah,
it.
like
There's,
the whole cast of the male
No,
actors are
Christian Bale's
shirtless.
in Moses.
Oh, is
or
it
the-
Moses?
No,
Moses
that
movie,
was
right?
the animated one.
No, I don't think Christian Bale's in this movie.
Hang on, hang on.
Yeah, I know the Game of Thrones guy is in
Oh
it.
yeah,
Oh no, I'm sorry, not
one-handed
Bale,
guy.
Butler. Gerard Butler.
Yeah,
Gerard
Butler's in
in
it.
this movie.
Is like the lead.
Yeah, this is the
Alright.
one where he tells the Persian king to
It's-
stuff it.
It's an action
It's so funny.
movie,
It got
kind of bastardizing.
so much
a lot
Yeah,
of the
it treads the line between science
ancient
fiction and fantasy.
Egyptian, like, mythology.
What's the other movie?
Yeah, what was the other
The
choice?
other movie was Gladiator.
Oh, you guys screwed up.
No,
I'm
I've
so
seen
happy with
I've seen
my-
Gladiator
Yeah,
so
but what
many
about the
times.
Gladiator 2?
I have not seen Gladiator. I'm going to be
You
watching
could've done the
it.
Gladiator
You should
double
watch it
feature.
anyway. Yeah, that's
Yeah, you
it's
should.
another long one for
but
sure.
I
My
figured
name is
we would-
Maximus Decius Meridius.
Yeah, I figured we could talk about Gerard Butler. and
Gods of Egypt is going to be so
Gods of
fun to talk about.
Yeah, I got a lot to say about that
hit
movie.
film, which was a spin-off of Wrath of the Titans and Clash of the
I
Titans.
saw Wrath of the Titans is with that stupid guy who was popular for a minute.
Joel,
Kinnaman?
maybe Edgerton?
Egerton.
Joel Edgerton.
He was the
He
guy
was-
who
He was
is
in
in
Avatar
and he
and
was
Avatar
in
2, and
Spartacus.
Avatar
Wasn't he the
3.
replacement guy in Spartacus?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I know he's in the Avatar movies.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway. Gods of Egypt was my pick.
Well,
Good luck, everyone.
it certainly
It's
isn't
on
Gladiator.
HBO Max
I'm
Sweet.
excited
slash
for this.
Amazon Prime.
I'm excited.
How long is it?
It's about like 2 hours.
Look
I
it
thought
up.
you were looking it up right already.
Oh.
Look it up.
Hang on.
Hopefully it's not more than 2 hours.
I mean, look, I watched it on a plane, so it has to be somewhere around plane flight time.
How long was the plane flight? were
Longer
you
than
going
an
to
hour.
Were you going to Japan?
I usually measure
Ooh, I might have been.
plane lengths in feet, not in
No, we
It
measure them in football fields.
Well, it's how many parsecs. Quality
Just want you
radio.
guys to know it's got a 5 out of 10.
Oh, I got some things to say about it.
That's about as good as the Good Shepherd.
Hey,
So-
no, the Good Shepherd was a 6, thank you.
It's like a 55%.
There's more CGI in this one.
There's a lot more CGI. 2 hours, 7 minutes.
That last
Oh,
7
okay.
minutes is
Damn.
going to be a hurdle.
Longer than the King's Speech. Gladiator's a little more than that, isn't?
Gladiator's
Gladiator's
definitely
like
longer.
that.
Gladiator's close to-
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
all right.
Well,
excited
thank you
for
for
this.
joining me on this 50-50. We
Sweet.
picked Gods of Egypt for next week.
All right.
It says Gladiators 2.5 hours. So
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
all right.
Sounds fun.
It's
Sarah seems excited for it,
Historically
so
accurate
excited.
movie.
this might be the first time
Gods
she's
of
actually
Egypt.
been excited for a movie besides The Witness, which she was in love with off the jump.
Yeah, and
Oh.
Heat.
yeah,
Oh,
that one was.
yeah.
just
Okay.
Yeah, and
Sorry,
and the worst part is there's no Val Kilmer in this movie for her to pivot off.
Well, we don't know that. Is there one
Val
Yeah.
Kilmer is not in this movie.
Spoiler alerts.
Oh, I guess I am picking next week, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'll be the
She's already checking
I
the
can't
cast
wait to
list
watch
for-
Black Hawk Down.
So we talked about music. We talked about games. We talked about movies.
Is it time
Now it's
for
w-
some Would You Rather?
Oh.
Either
Would
or.
you rather? Dun, 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 dun. That's
Oh.
our song for the week.
Yeah,
Love it.
All
Wait,
right.
Oh, is Jeffrey Rush we're jumping off of?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Jeffrey Rush plays.
You should have
A
just
character
dunked on
in
us
this
with a
movie.
Pirates of the Caribbean 4 or something. Like right in the middle.
I love the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but I would not do that for you.
What's
I
the
would
one where
do
they?
this.
What's the one where they go to the pirate council and they all have the
Third
pieces of
one.
8? That's the one you should have picked. The worst one.
The world's
With Keith Richards himself
Oh,
in it.
the worst
Yeah.
one is the fifth
Is that the one with what's his face as Davy Jones?
So,
one. No, that's the second and third. and
would you
kind of
rather,
the fourth one. Yes.
in a movie, have Danny DeVito or Danny Trejo play you?
Oh, how is that even? I can't even. My vote's already chosen for me. Only one of them has the vague body shape of me.
Danny Trejo?
Yes. How did
I-
you know? I often thought it was a mistake to get a giant Mexican woman tattooed on my chest, but you know what's coming
My
in handy.
Danny Trejo tribute tattoo that I have.
I just think, as going back to the zaniness that I think I embody, I think Danny DeVito does that a little better than Danny Trejo. So DeVito for me, DeVito for you,
Yeah, it's DeVito for me.
DeVito for you.
It's Trejo.
Okay.
I mean, I
DeVito
got
for you.
the senorita is on the
I mean-
leg.
Also, yeah, you are kind of a SoCal guy.
He's also a pretty funny dude.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
he's
Funny.
great.
I'm surprised you guys went. I figured DeVito for Tom.
No, thanks.
But I thought it'd be a toss up on Bren.
You said it too.
I know, but I can
I'm
say
going
it.
I'm going with the DeVitos.
Look,
Okay.
someone
DeVito
loves me.
Doritos.
I think I would want Danny Trejo to play me.
Yeah, I mean, sure, I would want Danny Trejo to play me
Probably a
too.
third person.
I want Trejo in a blonde wig.
We're trying to be
Yeah, trying to be-
But you don't take
Hey guys, have you
DeVito
listened to that new Menace album?
uh,
All right, who's up?
I'll just go this way. How about that? I have. Would you rather listen to only the albums you chose in your best of album choice for the rest of your life, or you can only listen to like the radio songs that are coming out in whatever
Albums.
you live your.
Albums.
I gotta pick the album.
Yeah.
I was gonna pick one album, but then like you have to pick one of those. Then
Forever.
like you can only listen to that the rest of your life, or
That
only
changes
stuff
my
that.
answer.
All right, I'm gonna go with that one then.
Yeah, that changes my answer to only current stuff. If it's only
Wait.
the one album over and over.
Only current radio specific.
No, I
stuff?
could
Like
probably pick an
whatever's like in the top charts at the time of that whatever for the rest of your life, you'll only be able to listen to pop music essentially, or what's charting,
I'm still
or
picking
one
album.
album,
Yeah, album.
or one album out of your 4.
Yeah, album.
Yeah, I'll go with
I'm not sure which of the 4.
I'm
I
going
picked,
with the
but
pop
album.
charts too.
Yeah, I
'Cause
want a little bit of
These
variety.
guys were all on the charts at some point too, so like you do get to hear new good music.
I don't know. I haven't listened to the radio regularly in a long
Me either,
time.
but-
and it was
Yeah.
because the last
But
my
new
dad
music
was
is still
like,
coming out just because we're stuck in our childhood and love all this old stuff.
You tell me Will I Am is still making tracks?
I hope so. You go get some, William.
I'm sure if he's still out there,
Who?
waiting to fight while I am. I'm trying to buy time because I don't have a Would You Rather.
All right, Tom.
You can
Well, I
use
was
your
trying to buy
phone.
time,
I
too.
don't come up with these on my own. I look them up.
All right. Would you rather have to live at Wrigley Field or have to live on the lam from a woman that you left at the altar who's constantly trying to kill you?
Is this Gods of Egypt?
No.
Are the concession stands open and accessible
Only
to
during
me?
game time.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Do we
minute.
have to pay for concessions?
Yes.
How do we
You're
pay?
illegally living at Wrigley Field.
So I'm Tom Hanks at Wrigley Field.
Yes.
Catch me if you can.
Oh, okay.
Actually, this is based on the Blues Brothers.
Okay, it's you can either live at Wrigley Field illegally, but with all full access to food and
When
showers
games are
and
played.
things. Okay,
Well, the showers
Or-
when games are not.
Yeah.
be on the lam from someone you left at the altar.
Who is actively trying to kill you with like heavy weaponry?
Oh, this is very Blues Brothers based. I
This
see.
is the Blues Brothers.
I mean,
I think On the Lam for
On
me.
the- yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah, I'm
fight
on the lam
back.
too,
Like,
yeah.
I don't have access to food or like things that I need to survive on a base. Like, I'll take the risk of getting shot at when I can't eat.
I just want to live a life where I jilted Carrie Fisher at the altar.
I was gonna
Like,
say,
that's my
also,
dream.
Like, how did you get to these?
Hey, look, man, I just pulled something out of my hat. You guys didn't like my previous ones, so I stopped theming it.
Your previous ones did not know the assignment.
Was this better?
Sure. Based on the very low standard of your previous ones, yes, this is better.
Fine, I will endeavor to work harder at it. Would you rather, I don't know, live under Confucius or get a puppy?
I'd rather get a puppy.
This is again you.
Well,
Oh.
nah, I still don't
Okay.
understand this.
You and you at home have been kidnapped, and when the bag is lifted over your head, you find you are on a task-based panel-style reality show. Would you rather be on Whose Line Is It Anyway or
Yes.
Taskmaster?
Whose line is it anyway?
I don't know
What is
Taskmaster is.
So Taskmaster
Pick
is
a better show.
a British panel show where you are given random tasks by the Taskmaster to do, and it's usually comedians. It's very comedic, and it's like each episode's different tasks. So like sometimes like get the ball the farthest away, and you have to find like a creative solution to like get the ball farther away, like getting the car and driving, or like mailing it somewhere. Or,
I
like,
think that one because Whose Line is very improv. Like, think of funny things to say, and I'm not that person.
Lots of singing. Yeah. And
Yeah, a lot of singing.
trying to compete
and-
with actual comedians. I'll take
Yeah.
Taskmaster as well.
Same.
I mean,
You're
I love.
competing against me.
I'd love to watch Whose Line Is It Anyway all the time, but I don't want to be on the show necessarily.
Take
Well,
whose line?
All right,
I'm
Brandon.
gonna choose Taskmaster. That's good.
Okay.
But I think Whose Line is also a good show.
Well,
The
yeah, because you
Taskmaster-
made the choices.
Yes. What?
Whose Line is
Weird.
always like, if it doesn't land, it's just so awkward. They do that like.
Yeah, but it doesn't
awkward
matter because they'll
shuffle.
just cut that out and then show a different like taping that
Yeah,
night.
but you're.
But you're
trapped
still
on it.
there.
Yeah.
Just
You still
because
have to
other
suffer.
people don't see it.
No.
You still
got
got to do all. You got to do the hoedown at the end of every episode.
Also, you guys should watch Taskmaster. It's good.
Well, they're
Where,
on it.
where
now,
can I watch
so-
it?
The ingames.co because we're too cool for the M. It's BBC show. I don't know where you can watch Taskmaster.
Did you pay your licensing for that?
There's also like Game Changers is similar. Have you guys watched Game Changers? No, just me.
I
Just-
don't- I'm
Just
not a big-
ER,
oh,
SVU.
yeah,
I'm
you're
not
the
a
only
big
one who watches
reality
comedy.
Okay.
person.
I like to laugh.
I only watch drama.
I like to cry.
Sad dramas about British people.
All right.
All right,
All right. Well,
I think
give
we're wrapping up.
give us your picks for
Top albums.
who's got the best 4 albums.
Yeah.
Watch Gods of Egypt if you want to participate in the next us
And you will.
doing stuff.
I have a lot to say about that movie.
And if you want to discuss The Gladiator with Brendan,
No.
watch it on your
Yes.
off, and then come in and have a discussion with.
Come
Yeah.
visit
So,
us at the shop
where
and
do
I will
you
talk to
fall
you
on
about
the scale
Gladiator.
between, the guy who's
I'll
mentoring
slowly fade it out as he talks.
Maximus and the ideas
I
of
haven't
like
seen this
radical
movie.
freedom that Maximus espouses?